Hey, this is Retired Geek Woman Adventures with Rhiannon. This is Kynseed, part number 16. And I just thought this was such a beautiful intro. I wanted to show it. I don't usually do this, but it's so beautiful the way that it comes in. And then the name of the game comes in. It's just so pretty. I couldn't help myself. I thought we should look at this. So we've got a number of saves here. One of them is a toss away, and one is that I've just been playing by myself just to kind of get some ideas about things, and this is the one that I'm sharing with you. It is the 10th of summer in year number 6, and so I'm gonna really work hard at showing you this screen each episode. I'm doing a horrible job of it. We're already 16 episodes in, but again, this is a whole new thing for me. This game is a new thing for me. It's only been out since the first week of December, so we have a lot to learn, and I'm still kind of figuring things out. So I hope you'll be patient and stay with me as I explore and learn this game and share it with you. It's just an amazing game. I hope you'll watch through to the end of my episode. We have lots going on. In our previous episode, we took these free seeds that we had gotten from our boon that we could find weeds with our sickle, and we planted them all over our garden. I'm looking at my offerings: fish spawn, more friendship, and collective fruit. I can't remember if that was double. So we'll learn more about the Druida offerings in other episodes, not this one because we're already at the spot of having it, but we'll keep going along. If there's things you missed, you need to go back and look at previous episodes. You notice in the top left corner it says pick 0 of 3 charmweed. What we are doing in these few episodes, starting with the last one, is we are going to work on the marriage ritual. And it is a ritual. It takes a full week in game. There's little tasks that you have to do each day. So one of them was to go on a date with my intended. And my intended is Ash, and we'll get into that in a little bit. And so we did that, and then each day at midnight you get a new task. And so our current one is we need to go pick 3 pieces of charmweed. So that's something we need to focus on. If you are working on the marriage ritual, if you've not done this before, you need to focus on it. I mean, really focus on it, because it's so easy to get sidetracked in this game. It makes it ADD of all of us, because there's so many things to do. There's so many things to check on. I mean, it's almost like you need to make a list of everything that you need to do each day, because I don't get it done at all. I'm trying to make friends with Ichabod, so I'm giving him gifts, and so I'm working. I don't know what he likes at this point, so I'm just giving him random things. Hopefully I won't give him anything he hates. But we're working on all these relationships. Ichabod is one that I really want to get working on if I can. In our previous episode, we had broken down and purchased the general store. So now we are a shop owner of 2 stores. We own this apothecary right here that I'm knocking the apples off the tree from. And from there we get over here and pick up herbs. I pick up Perk that gives me a special item on that tree right there every day, and it happened to be a little sap. Want to make best friends with your employees and give them gifts anyway, because it does help them in their attitude and how they work with the people that come to make purchases. And oh, look at that, we learned the birthday of Toby Jug. So if we hit Toby's birthday and give him a love gift, we're going to get much better relationship points. I was looking to see what I had in inventory. You can supply your ingredients from your own inventory, and you can also order things. So I'm just going to pop a few things in there that I have. Some things you can't order at all. You've got to go find them yourself. You can see I do have charmweed, but that doesn't count towards the 3 that I need to get. So I've got to go get some more of that. Charmweed is an ingredient we use quite a bit of. The kukodu is healing, so that's definitely one that we use quite a bit of. Knob's teeth or virility. So I'm just kind of rambling off. Some of these you can see that I can't tell what the ingredients are used for. Well, in the description down below of this video, I do put a link to an ingredient spreadsheet. When I first posted that, it was just the ingredients and what their attributes were, and they have, whoever created it has added to it immensely. So here's how you order items. I'm kind of looking at anything that's below 10, and if I can get it, I go ahead and get it. Bowing Nancy's on the way. So some things I'm just popping in there and ordering. It does take out of my profit for the day, which is kind of a bummer, but you can see, I mean, right now we're a negative 11, but my employees are still working away. So we're making pretty good money here. If you look at that in the past 10 days, look at that. It's all positive except for the days I've ordered a whole bunch of stuff. So you obviously can save yourself some money by getting the stuff yourself, going foraging things. And I did change around the opening hours and the hours that my employees are working. You can see there I have Teresa, she's got a very red face, and so she's unhappy. There's 3 different things that I know of that play into the happiness. One of them is your friendship level. One of them is how much you pay them. And one of them is the number of hours they work. If you work too many hours and they're unhappy. What I did is the general store, I've come over here and I'm just kind of putting my extra fish, the things that I know for sure that I don't need to go turn into twig. And some things I can't remember that for sure, and I think I need that, and I'm not sure. It's like, but I got to get this thing loaded up with some fish so that I can, that's what I want to sell the most of is fish. So I'm just kind of looking at other things. You can sell anything in the general store. Even if you specialize the general store, you can still sell anything. And so I'm looking here, and the first day we had no income because it wasn't really open. The second day we made 15 brass. The way I look at the general store is if it is making any kind of profit, I'm not losing money, then it's worth it because of the reputation points. You get reputation points every single day if your new clients or customers are happy and pleased with the things that they purchased. Oh, she's kind of grumpy. Mow lawn. I'm trying to meet new people as I see them walking by. And one thing I want to point out, you do see people that are coming into this apothecary and they got little stars on their head. They're not from this area. They're from another area. And what that means is my reputation is going up. So that's a good thing because other people are coming. So I love it. The other people are coming from other locations. So those people that I just showed up, I don't know where they're from, but that's okay. I introduce myself, and then when I do go to their area, then I can see their names and know that I've met them at some point. So you want to meet those people with the stars above their heads. You get reputations points for giving gifts and talking to people, and all of that plays into it. And reputation in this game is really everything. So when you look at the very top right corner of the screen, this is a terrible time to say this because this is I'm kind of going somewhere and it does the wonderful swirly thing. Up there it says 2 novice, and there's a little bar right there. That's my reputation. And when my reputation gets all the way to the end, when the blue is all the way to the very far right, then I can go see the grandmasters and they'll raise my level. So right now it's a 2. I'm working on to 3. And so like I said, you can get reputation by doing all kinds of things. Talking to people is one, having shops is another, giving gifts, doing tasks. There's lots of ways to raise your reputation. And we are told this in the beginning in the prologue. If you have not watched a previous episode or you've not seen this game before, you start this game off as a child. And it's basically teaching you how to play the game. You get adopted by your Uncle Bill, and him and your sibling work on the farm, and you get sent tasks to learn all kinds of things and teach you how to play the game. It's called the prologue. And I learned all kinds of things and knew I wanted to be a shop owner. I knew that was something right away that I wanted to do. So anyway, I'm up here, and what I'm doing is just looking around trying to find some charmweed if I can. I think I'm actually in the wrong place, but that's okay. We'll find that charmweed. So you can the wiki that is listed, I think I do have it, a wiki. They're just now starting to get fleshed out because this is such a new game. It just takes a long time to make a wiki. And this game, I think, is going to pick up on popularity when people start to understand it. It's one of those games that seems maybe a little intimidating at first, but again, it is a very chill game. Now, I have watched streamers, and one in particular, that they have been powering through this game to a magnitude that's crazy. I mean, a speed that's crazy. I mean, talk about power gaming. It's pretty intense of what they're doing. They've got most of the content covered with one character, which seems almost impossible to me. But I don't play like that. I do not power game. It's more important to me to enjoy the journey and try to miss as little as possible. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just enjoying the game, exploring the game. I do have goals, and those little signs right there are like little hints from the developers to tell you things. That just said that some families have a secret chest, and when you gain relationship with them, they will give you the numbers to the lock. So that's another reason to become friends with people, is to find out their secrets. So I'm sorry that I'm jumping around. There's just so many things that I want to share with you, so many things that I want to tell you, and it's really hard to stay on focus. I wanted to go back to the wiki for a minute, and I just wanted to explain it's the wikis that I posted is, they have one on the official Kynseed page, but it's not filled out yet, and they don't allow players to put in information. Right now they're trying to manage it themselves, so it'll get expanded on as time permits. So right now, the absolute best source of information, I got a silver scale, the first one. The best source of information, if you need help, is the Discord channel. There is a link to this Discord channel down in the description, and the community there is just wonderful. They're happy to answer questions as far as they know the answers. Keep in mind that it is a new game, and not everybody has played a lot of this stuff yet. So it's going to be a learning process for everyone. But it's kind of fun to be able to explore and kind of learn these things yourself. Oh, look at this, a mapstone. Boom. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. And now this whole area is open. That's the cunning plots. So I just love it when that happens. If you have your volume turned up on your computer or have a headset on, you can actually feel that mapstone. Boom. It's like, oh my gosh. Very cool. Very well done. One of the coolest things. I don't know why that gets me so excited. So we see somebody with a little orange star over their head, and we say hello. And just real quick, I just want to make sure that I say hi to them so I can get them on my list of people that I've talked to. And eventually we'll make good friends with everybody. I've seen a lot of people will kind of make friends, best friends with everybody in all the entire map, and I kind of tend to more focus on like they call it the Vale area, and I'm really unclear on how it is determined that it is the Vale area, because I don't think it really says that, so I get a little bit confused. But anyways, we'll make friends in our area that we've been working on so far, and good. We got a flickering fish thing, and all right, a rainbow mushroom. Those can be used for all kinds of things. So anyway, I'm just kind of making friends as I go along, and looking for those charmweeds, and I'm looking at it like, oh my gosh, it's 8 o'clock. I've got to find the charmweeds like now, because I haven't found them. I was in the wrong place, and I kind of get sidetracked with just looking around and the maps and all the other things that were done. I'm thinking it's getting late, and I don't want to mess up the marriage ritual. Because if you mess up, you have to start all over again. The very first one is you have to, on, I guess it'd be a Sunday, you have to go get this white rose. That's the very first one. If you watch previous episodes, I do that. Well, if you mess up any of these steps along the way, you have to wait until the following Sunday and start over again. So I didn't want to do that because, I'm lost a whole week, and I want to get married as soon as I can, because the family part of this, the aspect of this game, is something I'm very interested in. If you don't get married, you choose not to get married, you don't have to, but if you choose not to, and you choose not to have children, then you will be, you have to adopt one from the shoe, which is where your character comes from, you and your sibling, your twin. So it's a way to get around not having to get married if you do not wish to. In my particular case, I want to explore and experience that part of the game. So it's getting very late, and I see that it's raining and it's windy, and it makes me want to rush over here and get these salmon out of the water, because I do believe I need the salmon to turn into twig to increase, to get more skills in my fishing. So it's like, oh, I don't want to stop. I don't want to not fish out all these salmon that I find, because I haven't come across them very much. And it's like, oh my gosh, and then there's a proverb. How exciting. It's like I can use my fishing pole to get that too. And a blueberry location. I don't seem to have problems with blueberries, but it was a proverb. I'm looking at the time going, oh my gosh, it's already 10. I've only got 2 more hours, and I got 2 more charmweeds that I have to find. So the salmon are going to have to wait. It's like, oh my gosh. I was starting to get panicky. Because I didn't want to start all over again. And it's like, no. So, all right, we'll get it done. It's okay. Just take a breath. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. So I double checked my areas. Where can you find charmweeds? And homesteads looks like one of them as well. Again, this is another one. I haven't opened all the maps, the entire map yet. But I'm really more so interested. I've only got 1 more hour, and I'm ticking into it. And it's like, where are the charmweeds? They got to be here somewhere. And there was one. Yay! I only have 1 more to go. Oh, I got a blood few. I always use a lot of those. So it's like tick, tick, tick. I did not realize how close I had gotten to it being midnight, and that would have been too late. So my suggestion for those of you that really want to play this part of the game, don't do what I did. Do not wait like that, and don't let yourself get distracted like I did. So really, the better idea would be the morning of the task, go first thing and get that out of the way, so that you don't have to start over. Because I have watched a stream where someone did not complete the task and had to start over again. And it's like, no, I wouldn't want that to happen. But I made it in the nick of time. And now it actually is the next day, I do believe, after we kind of swirl around here. And it is midnight. It is the next day. And you can see that my next task is already showing on my thing there. You can actually have it show certain tasks and quests that you're working on. And so that's why it's a way you can click to have it show on your screen all the time. So you can, I really don't want to mess up. So I thought, okay, I will leave this on the screen so I can see. I did stop by because it was after midnight. I wasn't sure how many potions I had, and I thought maybe I can make a few potions really quick and get them on the shelf. Again, the reason for this is so that my employees, when they have a customer comes in and they want a certain remedy, they can turn right to the shelf and hand it to them, and it's real quick, and it helps your reputation. The customers are much happier. So if you don't do that, then the employee has to go make a potion, and that makes your customer stand and wait. And if they have to do that over and over and over again, you end up with a line of customers, and if their line is too long, they will leave, and that hurts your reputation. So you want to make sure that you have as many as you have time for, and you don't have to do this at all. If you've got nice fast speed on your employees, you don't have to worry about it. I worry about it because I want to grow my reputation as quickly as possible. So which is silly. I don't have to. I mean, I could just wait and let my kids take things from after I pass, but you know, I want to do as much as I can while I'm here. And what you're seeing here is a couple of different, the first one was a powder. This is a cream. So there's different ones you can make. There's powder, creams, and potions. I think I made a potion and a powder, and now I'm doing a cream. And the goal is to make it perfect. So right now it's very runny, now it's a little runny, and now it's good. And come on, perfect. I didn't quite make perfect. So that's okay that I didn't make perfect. let's see how good we got on the burnout. 1, 2, 3, 4 stars, and it wasn't even perfect. So how about that? I get excited when they're really high quality like that. So that's very cool. And so, in case I haven't mentioned it in this episode, I do have in my descriptions of my videos, I have different links for you, and one of them is going to be the ingredient list, and that's a spreadsheet someone's done. It's got a lot of information on it, and this way you can make these remedies of things that you don't even know what the ingredients attributes are, because otherwise you would hardly be able to make anything. And so this way I'm able to make a much more variety of things, even though I don't know what they are in the game, because I haven't found all of the 900 plus proverbs. This way I can go ahead and make more potions, and it helps increase my reputation, which is what I'm shooting for big time, as you can see. So not doing too bad, but and I like making different kinds of potions. And let's see, digestive, a vial of cyme. You can see I didn't know what that was. I know that mint, actually I think digestive is mint and constitution is vial of cyme. I'm not sure which is which because I can't see that. I haven't found the proverb yet, but I can make it by tossing them in. Now you can also just toss in ingredients and make things. And I found out something very interesting, that I was doing a test and I put in some ingredients that I had no idea what they were, and it made a potion that's not in the recipe book, and it wasn't a very good potion. So like completely cures, let's see, Easy Go potion cures constipation. The one that I made by mistake said it partially cured something. Now I think that would be kind of a bad potion to have on your shelf, because if it doesn't cure something fully, then I would think that your customer would be very unhappy. So this abdomen, for instance, it helps cure some upset stomach, I think it is. So if you use the wrong ingredients, then it's going to not do that, and that would not be a good thing. So I don't know. I think I put that potion on the shelf. I'll probably have somebody be really unhappy about that. So I'll have to check my ledger and see if and when that sells, if it affected negatively on my customers, because they certainly want to do that. But it was actually an accident. I did not mean to accidentally put an ingredient in that I didn't mean to put. I clicked on the wrong thing. That's what you get for not paying attention, right? So anyway, I am keep moving along here, and another abdomen, 3-star. I'm doing better on those abdomens. Better ingredients and doing the correct, let's see, better ingredients and doing the right things with the various crafting stations make higher quality. Like there's a 4-star on that ingredient, so that helps. So that's another reason to get those levels up. You get higher quality ingredients, and then of course your higher starred remedies. As you improve, and you can choose different perks for the apothecary, one of the things you can do is select to buy premium, they call it premium box, and it's not very clear that what this does is you get higher quality products. Perfect, yes, I got a perfect one. The Drom Stroker Salve cures wounds, 1, 2, 3, 4 stars on that, so I was very happy about that. So I'm thinking that we've probably done all that we can today, or should I say tonight, looking at my employees and just kind of once over on the ledger. And it's very important that you can see that I don't have anybody working 6-hour shifts. I got that fixed because I accidentally had Lucy in there for a 6-hour shift. That's much too long. Once you own the apothecary, you have these herbs here up front, and you want to pick those every chance you get. That's free stuff. Also checking the boards. Oh, Toby wants an apple, so that's cool. And somebody wants a basil, Arthur Brown. And who wants something it's a nightberry. Probably should have grabbed that one. I was thinking I didn't have very many, but nightberries are one of those things that you don't get very many of, so I was really hesitant. I'm supposed to gather an egg today. Now, I know there's 2 eggs up here. Supposedly when I walk by them, they're going to give me eggs, but sometimes they don't, and I'm not sure what the reason is. Oh, a primrose, we'll grab that. But I do know where there's some more chickens that give me eggs. So I'm going to head over there and get this task for the marriage ritual done for the day. So I'm headed that way right now because I don't want that to happen again where I'm seconds away from having to repeat this whole process. So again, you just follow along day by day. And that was scary. I didn't like that very much. So on my way to the chickens, I happened to see that there's some fish here. I'll think I'll grab them real quick. Since we are working on our fish market, that's not actually a fish market yet. It's just a market. It's just a general store. But all I'm selling really is fish, which isn't making a whole lot of profit, but it is in the red. It's in the black. It's not in the red. I'm not losing money with my employees. So far, so good on that. But irregardless, I want to go over and get as many fish as I can. Plus, I enjoy it. I don't know why. I have not been able to figure out why I enjoy fishing in this game so much. It doesn't make sense. But I do. It's like I can't not fish. Even these weed skimmers that are worth like one, I must have them. So it's okay. I don't know what we're going to do when we start expanding and buying more shops, if we're going to do another fish market or if we're going to do something else or not buy one at all. I don't know. So over here on the right, did you see those eggs? Hello, thank you. So I just, not fishing, gathered an egg. So I did gather an egg, and it says await next day. So we've got the task, the marriage ritual task for today done, which makes me relieved, and it's only 7 a.m. And so I was trying to see if any of these trees would give me free stuff. No, not so much. So we need to make better friends with those guys down there. They're so grumpy. So, you know, whatever. Someday we'll make friends. Someday we'll be best friends with everyone. But it's not a top priority. Right now, my priorities are family and getting my stores making good money. Those are the two things I'm worried most about. Of course, the reputation is just happening on its own naturally. I kind of like the organic approach. So what I'm doing is I'm double checking and seeing what fish it was that I need. I need silver scales, and I have one that fits the request. So I was kind of looking at that. I don't want to sell the ones that I need to give Twig, and I forget a lot. So I thought, you know, really the best thing to do is when you think you have some fish to give Twig, go give Twig the fish. Obviously the fish in here are not the ones we need, but we'll grab them anyway because we're here. I'm doing a quick fish here. And you can see that our novice bar has moved considerably since the beginning of this episode even. So we're making good progress on this level 2, which is novice. And I don't know how far they go. I have absolutely no idea. And I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I may make it in this particular lifetime, but more importantly, like I said, I want the businesses to be up and running. I want to get my family going. Well, and Ash is obviously the beginning of that. I started to talk about Ash before, and I wanted to give a little explanation about that and an opinion. If you want to marry a male in this game and you don't want them to be 40 years older than you, really the only person is Ash. So I don't know why that is. I don't know why the developers did not focus on that or think about that. And thank you for the pike. Thank you so much. I don't know. He's the only one because I looked through all of the list of the villagers, I guess you call them, or citizens of Quill, and looking for males because I specifically wanted to marry a male, and Ash is the only one that is even close within my age. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he is a little bit older, but not a ton, like 4 or 5 years older. The rest of the people are much, much older. And I know that a lot of people playing this game don't care about that. They don't mind marrying somebody that's 10 or 15 years older than them. Maybe it doesn't make any difference, but it kind of did to me. So if you're like me, then it's going to point you towards Ash. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And I don't mind Ash. He's okay. We'll see. We'll learn more about him. All right, let's turn some fish into Twig and see how far we can get here. So we got just one. The other one is a 1-star, which we cannot turn in. And we've already done the other 2, which I think were pike and river trout. So, okay, no big deal. That's a whistle root right there. So when the other whistle root is ready on my farm, I try to remember to come up here and grab that one. so that we can continue to accumulate whistle root. Very important. So you don't get them very often, so get them when you can. So back on the farm here, it's like, all right, let's use your slingshots to hit the fruits out of the trees and the bushes. It increases your skill, and supposedly it increases your quality of your fruits. Supposedly. I don't really know if that's true or not. I just know that you're supposed to, so that's what I'm trying to remember to do. You can see my slingshot skill is going up. I do not know what that means. Reputation? I have no idea. And I've just noticed that my reputation skill has really moved, so we are doing quite well. So yay on that. Got our fruits and berries. It looks like it's a little bit too soon on our crops. I was just taking a quick look and there's nothing ready, so that's okay. No big deal. No huge rush on any of that. But it is something that I want to explore in the game. I think you can end up with higher qualities. The pigs and eventually the sheep that we're going to have to give us fertilizer that makes those vegetables that I plant, the flowers and vegetables, a much higher quality. So we'll get more into that as we go. I'm not overly concerned about it right now. Again, there's only so many things that one is able to focus on, at least with my older brain. And so I'm focusing on what I can. And so we'll focus more on the farm later, but I did want to plant my seeds this season, at least to get something from it. Right above there is that Kynseed, which will expand both when I get married and as we have the children. So stay tuned to see what happens as the families grow and the things that you can do. To me, it's just one of the most interesting mechanisms of this game is the family aspect of it, and also your heirs and things. So, and I do want to do my usual disclaimer. It happens about every episode about my kittens. We recently acquired 2 kittens, and they are into everything. And our house is relatively small, and it's our last retirement home, and we downsized and all of that, like a lot of couples do. And there's hardly very much room for them to get into trouble, but they still seem to achieve that. And their newest thing is to go to my bathroom and pull my stopper out of the sink and knock it along the floor. So it doesn't matter. It's because the stopper doesn't work right, and it doesn't connect in there quickly. But I push it all the way down because it does stop up the sink if I want it to. But my one kitty has figured out that she can hook her nails underneath that stopper and pull it out of the sink. And so that was the sound you heard a minute ago of it dropping on the floor, and then they knock it around the bedroom. It's like, really? Oh my gosh. We are checking Lucy. We're still best friends with her. Yeah, I changed my mind. Let's see what we got doing. We got going here. I'm trying to check the cabinet. Get out of the way, Lucy. Oh boy, look at that. So eventually we're going to have to come back here and make as much stuff as we can. And I'm looking at the stock that we have, and I'm trying to, if anything's under 20, go ahead and order more. Eventually I'll make it if it's anything under 30. But I don't want to go in the red on my monies at all. So I'll just keep trying to stock it as much as I can with the things that I'm finding, and I'm not finding as many things as I should be. I should be looking around a lot more and trying to pick up stuff along the way. Not doing a very good job about that, but I get so distracted and there's so many things to do. I've mentioned that before. I also need to go to the gardener and to Mother Hubbard and go raid their stuff there. They got a lot of good stuff, and I need to go there more often. So there's lots of things I need to do, but there's so many things that I need to do. So look what we did so far today. 125 profits so far today. And if I hadn't ordered that stuff that I just made, I would have 175. The stuff that I just made. Listen to me talking like an idiot. If I hadn't purchased the stuff that I just did, we would have had 175 profits so far today. And so I feel like that the apothecary, I think the person that suggested that I do the apothecary first, or many people that suggested that on Discord, were straight on. That it seems to be a really good moneymaker. I know the blacksmith is also a good moneymaker. And my gosh, look at all the fish that got sold. It's like, oh my heavens. It's things are selling like wildfire. So I thought maybe I would put some more things in here. And I don't know what will sell. I don't think any of these things are that we need to give to Twig. So we're going to throw them in there. We can't do the one salmon. We can sell that with weed skimmers. So I'm going to have to stop in here a little bit more often and sell some of this, get these things loaded up and keep fishing like the crazy person that I am. And so you can see that the shop has switched over inventory. It used to have all the inventory that it originally started with. And we made 23 brass today. Look at that. 15 brass yesterday. So of the 2 full days it's been open, we've made money. So that's all I really care about at this point, is making sure that I'm making money. Boots is still not happy. We're going to have to work on that relationship and make sure that he's still happy. We have 1 perk point, but I don't know that I want to use it yet. The perk points that you have are there, that you share them between your shops that you own. And at first I didn't realize this. I thought, oh, each one has their own. No, not true. If I use this 1 perk point here and I go back to my other shop, it'll be gone. So I figured this out just recently because someone said no, it was per shop or per shop type, but it's actually all of your businesses together. So I went ahead and grabbed that one. And so again, you have to just pay attention to where you're using your perk points, because it does matter. So if you come over here and look at the perk points, now it's gone. So this is where I proved it to myself. It's like, okay, I'll go ahead and use that one. But if I want to save up, like, so some of those perks are that I really want for the apothecary take 5 points, I need to save up. So it does. So here we go. Oh, Boots. Okay, we need to work on that relationship, Mr. Boots. And he likes blueberries. How convenient is that? We've got a lot of them. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes, 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 yes. So our friendship level just went up. Thank you so very much. We want to keep that going. When we get the higher relationship, then Boots will be happier. And since he's our guy working the shop here, and he gave us a grave lilac rating tip. So thank you, Boots. I appreciate that. So now we're going to check again here. And again, it's, we're paying him his expected pay. And I double checked it to make sure I wasn't cutting him short, but I think it just takes time. That's the only thing I can determine. I haven't seen anywhere where it's been, because they keep changing things. This game is a pretty new game and they're making adjustments as they go along. So, if you see something happen on this video, you might want to, if you're saying, well, that's not like that in my game, it may be because it's been an update situation. And I mention them in future episodes. Like if something happens and I find out about it, it'll be mentioned in a future episode. Well, hello there, Ash. How are you? What's happening, Ash? He's lost a druid effigy. Oh no, he was in the North Gate. Okay, those are so easy to get. I mean, you find them. I even have one in my inventory. I didn't have to go get one. I had one already. So that's fine. Just what you asked for. And I got 14 brass for it and reputation. So that worked. Even though our relationship is as high as it can be, sometimes it's okay to do stuff like that. And it's like, well, hello, Lucy. How you doing? So just kind of wandering around and waiting to see what we need to do next for the marriage thing. Oh, and Teresa, great. Teresa was working and I wanted to give her a gift. Work on that relationship a little. I have no idea what to give Teresa. I've not given her anything that she's hated, and I haven't given her anything that she's loved in particular or not, so I don't really know. That gave us 11, so that wasn't too bad. And we're getting close to full hearts with Teresa too. So firefish love a good summer, especially the first week of summer. So you get higher quality firefish the first week of summer. So we really appreciate that. If for some reason you are trying to get, let's say, 4 or 5 star firefish, like I don't know what Twig's going to be asking us for, if that's the case, then we can look up on our information things that I keep forgetting. I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's a proverb or if it's just a tip. I'm not sure. But you can look for the fish that you are working on and find out how can I get higher quality ones. And these tips we're getting are going to help. Arthur Brown, we haven't got full hearts with yet, so we did a couple of, oh, look at that, 26. We did a couple of tasks for him, and we got good reputation, and it helped our hearts with him. It's like, let's give you a gift, too, while we're at it. Oh, good, he loves strawberries, so that's an easy one. And are we going to make it? Is it going to make it? Is it going to make it? No! Oh, I hate that. That's just too close to not make it. Arthur is such a character. And I mean, he cracks me up. Absolutely cracks me up. The things that he says, his conversation arc is just so funny. So gave Toby an apple, and he says, lovely. It was a task item. Boy, our reputation, we're getting so close to level 3. So we'll just keep gifting people, and oh, look at that. He likes carrots. All right. So we'll give him that. So we're working good on the Toby jug. There's so many people in this town that I want to make good friends with. And oh, good. He got a rating tip for the dark moss, which you haven't even explored yet. It's like, as much as we've played, this is 16 episodes and they're roughly an hour long. So we got 16 hours in this game. We barely scratched the surface. It's amazing to me how big this game is, how much there is to learn and explore. It's just incredible. And I want to apologize for my rough throat today. It is the spring allergy season, and I don't know, I've seemed to acquired allergies over the years, and they get worse the older I get. I have a gravelly voice anyway, but it's a lot worse in the spring especially. So I'm looking here, and I don't know if you all noticed this, but if you move your cursor around to highlight each town, it shows you if there's people that live there, if you've met them, and it shows where they are. So it's easy to find people that way. In this case, I wanted to run over and see Edna Teapot real quick. So that's why I looked it up on the map and say, where is she? And I found her, and then, oh, fishing. Let's get the fish. As you can say, we needed to get more fish in our inventory so that we can make sure we keep that store stocked. And you can stock, since it's a general store, you can stock it with all kinds of other things. And I probably should do that for just in case. But I really want the employees to focus on the fish so that's what I sell. And eventually I'm going to specialize the shop. It does take, I think it's 3,000 brass to specialize your shop. So we got a ways to go. But I want to continue to sell the fish. So that's what I want to focus on. So I don't want to worry about ordering other inventory or having other things for sale. So anyway, that's my explanation of why I stopped and why I'm going to stop here and grab these fish so that we have stuff to stock the store with. And I'm getting 3-star pond lurkers, not too bad. They're not worth a whole lot. Weed skimmers are worth 1. But like I said, it's inventory. And I've got to have something to sell so my people don't come to the store and go, there's nothing here to buy. So come on, fish. It's really weird that I don't understand why some fish will come right to your little, when you do the F, it's just rippling your bobber. I don't know why they don't come. And I double checking to make sure that Edna's where I think she is, and she should be along here somewhere. You can click on homes and it shows you where people are. So I'm like right by Edna's house. She should be right to the left of this little fishing pond. So it's like, okay, is she there? There, I bet that's her. Yes, it is. There you go, Edna. And I don't have it. I couldn't believe that I did that. It's like, what a dodo head. And I thought I had a fun flower because I almost always do have a fun flower. It's like, really? So now I need 2 fun flowers because I've got 2 requests for them. Oh my gosh. And you can see that this is what I'm talking about. You click an item. It shows you information about it. And it says, find them fanned by the fairy wings. So that tells me that fun flowers are found with the fairies. It would be in the Fae. And that's Turnanog, I do believe. But you can also get them at, I believe it is at the gardener guy's house. I think he's got fun flowers there. I'm pretty sure. So anyways, I was looking at my map going, okay, what can I get at 6 p.m.? What can I get done? What can I get accomplished? I also know that my relationship with this Brown family has increased, so I can come and take their stuff. I also need to work on that relationship with the child that they had, because they have a child during your 5 years of being away. The Browns have another child. So they got Ash, who's like an adult, and a baby in a crib. It's like, okay, whatever. Whatever. Okay, so on we go. And, oh, I'm sorry, the cats are driving me crazy, and I'm trying to get this recording done for you, and it's like, oh my gosh, I want everybody to go take a nap and leave me alone. It just doesn't happen very much. They're busy guys. And they're still babies. So I apologize again. So another kitten disclaimer. And oh, looky here. Got some, coriander and tomatoes. Oh, and 3-star coriander at that. And some more strawberries and blueberries, which I like to give as gifts. I think there are not very many people that hate them that I know of. So apples, blueberries, strawberries, pears, those are the kinds of things I tend to give as gifts just because for the most part there's nobody that hates them. Look at that, a 3-star gassy apple. So okay, so it's like, okay, where else should we go? What else can we accomplish before the end of this day? And I like our fast travel mechanism here. It works for me. Oh, there's a blood few. Those are useful ingredients for apothecary. So we're going to run up to the Twanging Gardens, which is the garden master, Marshite, and raid his stuff too, because he has lots of good stuff for us to take. And also, he's got these bushes with these gooseberries, which is fantastic. So we're going to snag those gooseberries and the blueberries and the strawberries, of course. He's also got some herbs that we can use, which is awesome. So again, it's just trying to make good use of my time since I didn't have the fun flowers. And I'm waiting on the next, again, I'm going to focus on that next task for Ash so that we don't mess that up like we almost did. Oh my gosh, that would have been bad. So we're going to run around here and look up there. Look, 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 look. Oh, there's sunflowers. I hate that. The sunflowers and the fun flowers look almost identical. He has ginger, which is awesome. He also has catnip, which is also awesome. All of that is good ingredients, and he has more catnip, so that's awesome. Catnip's a really good ingredient, and this is one place that you can get it regularly. So also these pink roses, I've not found a use for them in my ingredients yet, but you never know when something's gonna come up. Also in this here we can pick up gummy mushrooms and a fun flower. Yay! We got a fun flower. So that's awesome. We also got a Ulysses and a Loutra. Those are all excellent ingredients. So we really do, or I really do, Rhiannon, need to make sure that I come here as much as possible to get those ingredients. They're very useful. So, oh, and then I saw he had a nightberry. It's after 10 p.m. So the nightberry showed up. So I know I can get one there and I can get one at my own house. And I know there's other places to get things like that. I just don't know where they are yet. I haven't located them and made a note, which I really should. That's one of those things that you just don't get very many of, and you need them. I know I'm going to need them, so I probably should be putting that on my Microsoft OneNote, which I've talked about extensively over and over again. I actually I was working on a blog for a long time, and I did a whole thing about Microsoft OneNote and what I use it for. And one of the big uses that I have is for gaming. It keeps me mostly sane and sort of organized, or mostly organized and sort of sane. I'm not sure which is which. So now I'm rambling. But I'm going to go over here and look for this other nightberry. Yes, I do have one. Yay! So we've got 2 nightberries in this night. So that is fantastic. So I'm checking for the bristle root, and I already picked it, so it's not there. And I'm double checking here and saying, okay, can I go to bed yet? And we got mail, might as well get it. A gift from Boots. Oh, how nice. Oh, thank you, Boots. You are awesome. Oh, it's a proverb for an apple. So awesome. 3-star apple. That's a nice apple, isn't it? I don't know if we get those good ones. So it's like, what can I do here real quick? I did see us a few fish in here. Maybe we can get a few. Oh, right on it. Moonfish. You can only catch moonfish at night. And so you can see I got a weed skimmer. So you don't always get them, but sometimes you do. So I love it when that happens. Moonfish are pretty valuable. I don't know if we already gave them to Twig or not, but I know that they sell in the shop pretty good. So I thought, well, while we're here, we got a little bit of time. We're going to see how many we can get. So we'll grab a few. It's like, okay, come on, guys. Grab on. I hate it when they nibble it and run away, just like real fishing, right? At least that's what my brother tells me. Weed skimmer, yeah, that's okay. We'll go ahead and just grab it. Don't matter. It'll sell, right? It's inventory. Doesn't mean I don't get aggravated when I don't see it. And I hate it. It's at night like this because I can't see very well at all. I can't see my monitor very well, but I know I can see a little tiny shadow running around. It's like, okay, are we going to let it go? And we are. So with that, we're going to end our episode. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that. It helps YouTube like me better. And also, if you wouldn't mind, give me a like on that video too, because that lets me know I'm doing something that other people find valuable. But the most important thing is that you have a wonderful rest of your day.